Hey guys, how's it going? It's Carrie here with another Garden Tales video. In today's video, we're going to do a first look at some gameplay here at Eleanor. Got her leveled up, or at least her weapon here, put her in the training room after getting completely bodied on pulling for her, which was rough. Feel free to check that out. That was earlier today. We were able to, with all those hero crystals, get up MK99, not ideal, got her to 79, and then we're missing a lot of the awakening stones here. I just need a lot of the attack ones, so it's not a perfect thing. But I'll eventually get her finished, and so we can get a true test on exactly how much damage we could do. But I figure might as well just get something out now, and then we could get a better representation here, because she's the support character for pretty much MK99. Gabriel's going to be another one, but for most people, you're going to want this trio here of all the light heroes. And then the fourth could be, when it comes to a raining environment, is going to be either Nari or Tinia. I think those are the two best. Get the range buff, and then I just throw a light weapon on them. It helps out because we're getting a lot of light resistance reduction, and a lot of times you take a light team into a dark team, so you're getting even more. That's what I'm running for the raid here. So we'll take her through the raid, and then also go through Coliseum, see how good she is there. We just had the update where the Coliseum, the tiering system, there's actually a lot more brackets now. If we're a lot higher than where we used to be, it's probably not necessarily due to her. It's just the competition is significantly less, so it's kind of hard to tell. Like, we might actually be a little high on Eleanor when in reality we would be, potentially it could be hard. So it's kind of hard to say. Also, she is a light character in a meta where Sohi's very good, so we'll kind of get an idea of just how good she is in this. I think she's solid. I guess we'll find out. Let's actually start off with the rating. So before I was doing Shadow Beast, I was getting about 6 mil. That was when he was like really low, and I couldn't use these statues. So I think we're going to do significantly more damage, but and we're going to do way more damage when we actually are ready to go with awakening stones and stuff. So a lot more damage to be had here. I'm already hitting about just as hard as I was with Veronica in her place. Now I could use Veronica for some other team if I wanted to. But here, let's get into it here. Let me make sure she's ready to go. She is working on that second statue there. Ideally, we just have all statues. And with the pity system coming through, that's actually a realistic thing to happen, for accounts, is to eventually get it if you really hard target specific merch, which is kind of exciting. So let's get into it here. This seems to be the boss no one really wants to face, so having a light team for it's kind of nice. Big thing is I like to be as close to him as possible so he gets out of his vulnerabilities as fast as possible. Like right here. That. And it's kind of nice without having a Veronica on the team. You don't have to constantly manage your positioning as well as you might necessarily have to. Here, I actually had to click it. I don't have a keybind for that. Oh no. Okay. I'm gonna have to move Nari. Maybe I should have. And so see how he always does that second. Like, he does it every other time, so you could predict it. And so here, let's click Nari, and we're saving the weapon skill for that. And then now we got this. We're doing decent damage. Definitely a lot more. Like, my better runs were 6.8 to 7 million without all these extra things, like without the extra statues. So the statue adds, that wasn't even a clean run and already got 1 million extra damage. That doesn't sell you on how good these statues are. I don't know what will, but I think the max I was able to get was 7.2. But here, let's actually try this again. Let's put Nari closer. I think if we put Nari here, and because Gabriel's never gonna be casted, she's last, so it's totally fine. Or I could just add another keybind, but I don't want to do that. Okay. Go get all close. So see how I do that, so he's not invulnerable for a long time. He always bites first, and then the next one he's not going to bite, and then the next one after that he's going to bite. So it's really predictable. So we get him out of here, and so now I can just free cast it. No concern there. Let's get him out of invulnerable. Now he's going to bite, and then now we do the chain. I like to do MK99 first, and then we'll do Eleanor. And we'll do Nari here. We can actually click it, and then airborne. So we got the weapon skill, and then we got her. So now let's get him out of invulnerability. Okay. He's gonna. Okay, he doesn't bite. Okay. He's gonna bite next time. I'm gonna get him down here. Okay, boom. Now we're going to MK99, and then we get Eleanor, and then Nari with the airborne weapon skill, Gabriel here. So let's see. I think we get a little bit better. I mean, it wasn't like the first one wasn't bad, but I think we could do, you know, like 7.2, but having her a level down and with a ton of missing awakening stones, I think that's actually pretty good damage. And 7.2 mil there. Non-max limit broken weapon here. The only one that's max limit broken from a weapon perspective is my Gabriel. And then just, you know, not even the EX weapon on Nari. I would say that's pretty good. You know, and then that's just a whole team right there. You can take that. This team is going to work against a lot of people. You have good healing, good survivability. Like this is going to be a really solid raid team for all raids to come. Pulling full Eleanor for most people is probably not worth it because, you know, that's really all she's doing. Maybe the justifications I have is, you know, maybe someone will figure out something that could be useful with her besides just that. But I don't think she's bad. I just think eventually she might have uses for you. Because it's these characters like Veronica, like her, that is like, I think they're amazing characters, but not many people get to appreciate them, or I don't like to recommend them as pulls because there's so many better characters that are going to help you with, you know, like Camazone or Arena or Coliseum that are going to be way more useful there and those things are way more important. It doesn't mean that these characters are bad. It just means that they're good at things that don't matter until later. So that's why that's kind of my evaluation of her. But here, let's actually do some Coliseum here. It's kind of hard to evaluate a character that's like a support character. Overall, I'm liking her so far. What I've been liking to do just kind of try it. So here we have this dark team. I like to just kind of mirror what they're doing. So light versus dark. It's actually, since we have 2 tanks or 3 tanks. Let's see how this goes. I consider Noxie a tank. You know, that's how we kind of look at her, even though she's kind of like a ranged. She does decent damage. Okay, so just this should be an easy win. I mean, we got essentially dark versus light here, and then MK99 is just completely smoking them. So yeah, this should have been a wrap. Look at the TPS on MK99. That's crazy. Okay, see, like top 100. I mean, like I would not have been top 100 already. You know, hey, I'll take it. You know, it makes me look a lot better. Here we go. Yeah, so 95. The top right here is kind of interesting teams. So we got this here. I like to just mirror. So here, let's do that. And then we'll put her here and her here. Just makes it more fun. I don't know. I'm not trying to get all crazy with the positioning. Okay. That's fair. It's 79 versus 79. In the top 100, there's people with 79s. Like that's when you know. This is good for everyone. Like we all get more rewards now for this. This is dope. Hopefully you guys got in a good, bracket or shard or whatever. There's not these monster whales in there. But I think it's really cool they're doing that. I think if I was running my melee team, for example, I would easier time with this team. Like I think Sohi teams are going to completely wreck this team. I'll try to find one, you know, just we'll see here. I'm going to run this one and then I'm going to actually like actively look for one if I can find like a melee. But we're seeing a lot of these weird like tank teams. I haven't seen this many just like all tank. Maybe these teams do well against Sohi teams because they're all dark and they all kind of like, you know, out heal it and stuff like that potentially. And then we're just hard countering them with the full light, like the complete opposite. I think that's kind of what's going on here. But overall, seems solid. How many more attempts do we got? I think we got 2 more. So here's another light team. Here's okay. So let's do this. Got here. We'll put there. And then we'll put Garum there and Eleanor here. So you know we got the whole thing. We got 2 different basket users. We got the long ranged here. So full mirror match. Let's see who wins. I guess not. You know, obviously not a true mirror match, but got the positioning and then the kind of like the roles the same. So we got. Team, there's significantly more synergy with this team. We're shredding resistances. Water characters don't have that at the moment. If there's some kind of way for water characters to shred resistance, I think that's going to really set Garum as like this DPS monster. Okay, so now we got, what team should we close it out with? Should we go with the Bianca? Yeah, let's go with the water-led team just for fun. Here, we'll put there. We'll put MK where the Garum is. We'll put her where the Nari is, and where the Bianca is. So I'm curious what you guys think of her down in the comments below. Like, are you guys happy with her? Do you think she's underwhelming or overperforming? Also, there is a video by Harmonia that took her into PvP, so be sure to check that out since I didn't really cover that. Probably a good indicator of how good she is in arena. Be sure to check that video out. It's pretty much here. Let's see where we're at in the top 100. Are we gonna push? Because I'll put Sohee in the training room if we can actually get top 100 or top 1. We're 45. I think there's actually a good shot here. I know he has a nuts account. I know a lot of these are nuts accounts. Maybe not. Better than before. All right, guys. Well, that's going to do it for me in this video. And with that, guys, I am out. Peace.